You're listening to Saturday Morning Media. And now, back to our show. Elf-Centered is made possible by the Saturday Morning Media Patreon patrons. To support this show and hear new episodes before anyone else, become a patron. Head on over to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media for more information. And thank you for your support.
Really didn't get it for me.
I've never seen it.
I was amazed too. I didn't even know that was going to be part of the concert, that there would be a competition.
Yeah. Well,
it's unusual for benefits for there to be competition.
Right. There was like some MMA competition fight. Like there were some demonstrations of that. I thought that was odd. But then there's there was walking and talking animals and
people are really into that MMA though. I mean.
Well, it's true.
I think it shows how progressive our mayor is. He's just trying these amazing things. And it was all for a good cause. Even though it's a competition, it's all for a good cause.
Right. Everybody was patting each other on the back.
Yeah. Well, welcome to Elf-Centered, everybody. My name is Gavin.
I'm Beatrice.
I'm Gary.
And Gary, why don't you introduce our guest today?
Okay. Well, today we're proud to present the winner of the competition of talent competition, Miss Marti, Maribelle, Oyster.
Thank you so much, you guys, for having me on your show.
It's our pleasure.
Pleasure to have. Now, I think everyone in the North Pole was at this benefit concert, but if you weren't, you missed a heck of an act. I don't even know. It's something I'd never seen before. Bell jingling? Is it?
It was a mixture of jingling and dingling.
I see. And what's the difference between jingling and dingling?
Dingling is something that takes years to really hone.
Mm-hmm.
Dingling is more of the high-pitched sort of diddling, 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 diddling. It's hard to get that sort of enunciated sound out of a jingle bell.
So like you're saying like basically anybody can jingle, but only some people can dingle.
Exactly. Dingling is much harder than jingling. Jingling is a child can shake a jingle bell. It sounds great.
Gary could do it.
Well, yeah, and I can. Don't worry, I got what you're laying down.
That is harsh.
I can do it. If you want to lay down
Beatrice,
some slams.
watch out for Beatrice.
Yeah, she's.
Gary and I go way back, don't we, Gary?
Stop punching me.
Are you guys?
We're fine.
Together?
No, we're fine. No.
That's funny to me.
But once upon a time.
No. I mean, I don't know about Beatrice. She may have had something for me, but I.
You're blushing, Beatrice.
It's more like, you know how people say like, oh, it's like a brother-sister relationship.
Right. If you were dating your brother. Yeah. Then and that was cool. Then yeah, sure.
Yeah, people say that when they can't speak their feelings. I think about being attracted to someone that they hate.
But I see this more almost like as a step sibling. It's like that thing. It's like, oh, you're with my new dad, and you're with my. It's like because there's a contention here. I mean, they're good friends, but
so it could happen. It would be frowned upon, but not scientifically.
It's not frowned upon by me. They can do whatever they want to do. I don't.
So this dingling, where is this passed down in your family? Was there a great dingler in the North Pole that we didn't know about?
Do you know my family? They were staunch scientists. They were not dinglers at all.
So no creativity whatsoever.
I was really the black sheep in my family. Dingling was a way out for me.
Way out from the intellectual world.
From the sort of cold, dry world of science of snow.
Yeah, wow. I can totally see how. Yeah, I can totally see that. I've wanted to break away from what I've done, but they keep pulling me back. Anyway,
have you tried? Have you thought about dingling?
Well, I have after you started doing it. I got to tell you, up on that stage, I almost fell in love.
Oh,
wow!
Thank you.
Well, with the technique anyway, because. Oh. Well, it's attached to your hands and your feet. Because I think it's interesting that you have bells everywhere.
head, every finger.
Yeah.
Each finger and each toe. I like to really get each toe involved.
It's almost as if the bells were singing, and they were singing in another language. And what I mean is I heard verbs and nouns and stuff.
It spoke to you.
Yes, both literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
It sounds like you might have the special ear for dingling. I think you should really look into this. This might be.
Well, where does one go?
Yeah, where would you go to?
Where would you go to begin dingling?
Well, you can just come over to my house. I have tons of bells. If you want to.
Really?
If you want to try that out, yeah.
Oh, I love that.
And you said you were feeling, in love, and I just thought.
Well, I would love it. I would love it.
Okay.
Can I bring my? I have a bunch of penguins. They're my pets.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Maybe your penguins can learn to dingle. That you should see. His penguins are.
They're very talented.
They are very talented. Oh yeah, they operate cell phones. They order things off the internet. Yeah.
Break dancing, just small stuff.
They fish scam.
They did, but we don't want to bring it up too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, they did have a fish selling. They used to cut the fish and.
Well, we don't need to.
Yeah. Anyway.
Let me ask you this: you, as far as I know personally, you are the world's best dingler. But are there other dinglers out there that this is I don't know, the Jimi Hendrix of dingling?
There is Chet Dingler, who is.
Is that who he's named after? The whole technique.
Chet Dingler? No, I think it's his stage name. Yeah.
Well.
He was my idol growing up, but then I met him in person, and he was such a jerk.
Oh.
I don't know how that happened.
They say don't meet your heroes.
Yeah, and it
so
was
disappointing.
Such a disappointment. But, it made me work harder. It made me work harder to be a better dingler.
Well, and there's one, all of this is fascinating to me, but when you were being introduced, I was struck by your last name, which is Oyster. Is that a stage name, or is that actually your family name?
That is a stage name.
Oh,
that is a stage
I knew it.
It's a great name. It's a great name.
Yeah,
it's memorable.
Catchy.
It's catchy.
Yeah, Marti Oyster the Dingler. You don't forget that title.
Marti
And
Oyster.
what's inside of an oyster?
A pearl.
A pearl. What's inside of a jingle bell? Some might say a metal pearl.
Right.
Wow.
Do you have sets? You said you have a lot of bells at home. Is there do you have these are my practice set of bells, and then this is my stage set of bells?
Oh, certainly, yes.
Yeah. And do you have vintage bells? Because some people they play guitar, they collect vintage guitars.
I do. I have one from my birth year,
Nice.
1590.
Wow.
Nice.
I'm a 90s baby. Don't laugh. 90s baby. Yes, but it's a very old set of bells. It's 500 or so years old. Is that
Yeah.
Is that where we're at in history?
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not good at math, but it sounds right to me.
Yeah, it sounds pretty close if it's not dead on.
Yeah. I try and keep them nice. They're getting a little rusty though.
So do you have any CDs that people can buy, people listening to the show?
Oh, good idea.
Who maybe...
You got a Elf Tube channel that you want to promote, or
Yeah,
subscribe, and hit the bell?
I do. I don't give CDs out anymore.
Because it's so, old-fashioned.
Yeah, I might have a box somewhere, but my website is oysterdingler.christmas.com.
I like it. It's got a ring to it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
How many times are you subjected to bell puns?
You know what? Not often enough.
Really?
Not often enough.
Well, I guess if you're passionate about it, you do.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love bell puns.
He must love the ring of it.
Oh my gosh, he did it again.
So what I loved is when you came out, you started with Sleigh Ride. It was a very traditional bell type song. The song
Give them
Sleigh
something
Ride.
they know.
Right. And then it was amazing. You segued right into Black Hole Sun, which I thought was fantastic. And then was that final piece, was that an original piece? Because I couldn't quite place it, and I'm sorry if it was not original.
It was an original piece. Thank you for noticing.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was the name of that? Because that was going to get a request for sure.
I'd actually written it the night before. So the name, the There's not really a name quite yet. I've been workshopping a few different names.
Maybe Gary can help you figure out the name of your new song when he comes over to your house to play your bells.
Yeah, Gary, what do you think? You have any ideas for names? Or?
Well, I could come up with a couple, I'm sure.
Maybe we could work on it tonight and light some candles.
Sure, I would love candles. That would be amazing. I would love that.
Maybe take our shoes off.
Okay, well, to put the bells on. To put the bells on. Yeah.
You know.
I don't. It's just...
We could take our jackets off. You might not be wearing a jacket because that's where you live.
All right.
But I'll take my jacket off. I'll take off my hat.
Okay,
I'll
what's
put
the
my
weather
sweater on.
looking like?
Well, the upcoming weather, thank you, Beatrice, for the segue into the weather, is there is going to be snow this afternoon, continued snow throughout the week, except I'm getting a report that around Marti's mushroom hut, things may be heating up. I don't know. I guess we will see what happens.
Be careful. It might be so hot that
Well, we just want to, maybe, I don't know, Marti, are you planning on playing at the June summer picnic?
Absolutely, yes.
That is happening? You are?
Oh, yeah. I play at every event I can.
Yeah. Well, we are certainly looking forward to seeing you there. I know I am, Beatrice.
Yeah.
Gary?
Yeah.
All right. Well, this has been Elf-Centered. My name is Gavin.
I am Beatrice.
I'm Gary.
And Marti, thank you so much for coming by the show today.
Thank you.
And keep dingling, I guess. Is that inappropriate to say? I don't know.
Dingle on, that's what we say.
This episode of Elf-Centered was completely improvised by Jayne Entwistle, Chris Sheets, Grant Baciocco, and special guest Zoe Rose Palladino as Marti Maribelle Oyster. Elf-Centered is a production of Saturday Morning Media and is made possible by the Saturday Morning Media Patreon patrons who've gone to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media and set up a monthly pledge for as little as $1 a month. Huge thanks to Shay Stewart, Mer Lafferty, Jeff Peterson, Dale Gadania, Stephen Staver, Jackie Climo, Melissa Crawford, Dave Slusher of the Evil Genius Chronicles, Mike Coughlin, Dorothy Baciocco, John D., Kathy Crawford, Brian Greer, Carrie Whitney, Chuck Tomasi from the Technorama Podcast, Chris Foster, Stephen Ing, Clinton of ComedyForecast.com, Vicky DeVries, Mike Wabshall, Twitter user Butts and Gear, a.k.a. Wildcat, Eve Cunning, Mike Hamilton, Gaston Moreno, Reed Loveland, Ivan Asquith, Vanessa Whitney, Peggy Etra, Kristen Hogan of Squid Friends, David Akers, Zoe Palladino, Ellen Moltari, Christopher Harris, Rachel Jackson of Vox Fabuli Puppets, Carolyn Weisner, John Petty, Rachel Hansen, Darcy Prevost, Fernando Torres, Ron McAdams, Perlicue Magic, Jason Domer, Trent Hammond, Cora Goodall, Lee Barrett, Casino Skunk, The Misty Minute, Peter Capesser, Night Gig Studios, Joelle Rechtfertig, Adrian Rose Leonard, Earth to John Francis, RJ, Ginger J. Fitz, Megapodtastic, Paul Brunel, Jamie Hitchcock, Catherine Hannaford, Alan Gratz, Rachel Gibbous, and John R. Donald. If you'd like to support this show and the other fun content from Saturday Morning Media, become a patron. Head on over to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media and set up your monthly donation today. You can also tell a friend about the show or leave the show a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, or wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you so much for listening. Elf-Centered is copyright 2018 Saturday Morning Media, Grant Baciocco executive producer, all rights reserved. www.saturdaymorningmedia.com.
You've been listening to Saturday Morning Media. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.